here is the time that a 22-year-old Rolo got involved with a single mother. But hear me out, was not red pill at the time. And second of all, I didn't know she was a single mom. Okay. This is in the 90s. This is like 1990, maybe 91, somewhere around there. One of my 40 notch count that apparently is not enough for guys getting, 1,300 a year in Brazil. One of my notch count was a woman who was in her 40s. She was 41. I was 22 at the time. She was a manager in one of the bands I was in back in the day. And I was kind of seeing her, and I was seeing other people too at the same time, but she really had a thing for me. And of course, it was the cougar kind of thing. It was the first woman that was like that much older than me that I wanted to get with. And I was like 22 years old. And she was good looking enough. I was like, yeah, I'll tap that. Right. Well, of course, what happens is then, of course, once I start doing that, she wants to have some sort of like, at least some kind of semi-permanent relationship. So here's the story. I went over to, she lived in, it was Westwood, I think. No, it was, where was that? Like West Hollywood or something. Like, I can't remember exactly where she was. Anyway, she had a good chunk of change. Her ex-husband was a record producer. And so she had a very nice condo in, it was Thousand Oaks. That's where she was. And I remember going over to her place one time, and she always had this one door that was closed all the time. And I was going to her place, and I'd been over there a couple of times already. And I think I gone over there for on a Friday night or something like that. We had a date set up. We're going somewhere, probably just going to bang, whatever, and be gone. But I'm walking up to it's daylight out, right? Most of the time I was there at the nighttime. There's daylight out, and I'm looking at the condo. And this is my 22-year-old brain going, right? I'm looking at the condo, and I'm looking at the front door, and then I'm looking at the next front door, and I'm kind of doing like, I'm like a junior architect in my brain. I'm going, this condo is a lot longer, a lot longer than the rooms that I've been in. And so I had got with her, and we were done, and she was getting in the shower and everything. I was just hanging out in the bed, and I couldn't help my curiosity. And so there was this one door that was always closed, and I had to have been the extension or something else for the room. And I'd asked her about that one time, and she says, "Oh, that's the laundry room, and nothing back there. That's just the laundry room." And I was like, "Really?" And that's a big ass laundry room if that's the case. So she's in the shower. I get up out of the bed, and I go into the door, and I open the door, and holy shit, there's a whole nother room back there, and it's her kid's room. And it's like she had like a 6 or 7 year old son, and she was right. The laundry room was there too, but there's also a whole nother bedroom in there. I'm like, oh, what? And then so she figures that out, and I go, why didn't you? So she comes out of the shower. I go, why didn't you tell me you have a son? She's like, I didn't want you to to leave me. I didn't want you. She was upset that I discovered that she's actually a single mother. Now this is 1991. And that was the case of what was going on. There's my one single mommy story that I can throw at you. But so I was with this chick, and I was like, this is a much longer condo. It was the funniest thing in the world. I love telling that story when I'm with the guys and stuff like that. But there is that need to keep it under wraps. And it's not a new thing. Single mommies have always had, women know on an instinctual level, that having that kid is baggage. That's how the kill to party dynamic. It's not just a recent discovery by pickup artists. It's something that's been around for a long time and will continue to be too, because on an innate level, women understand that men see other women who are single mothers as being less desirable. And it's not because they're not hot. Like we always say, if you want to bang a single mother, go ahead, but don't get involved. Don't marry, don't wife one up. Because now what you're doing is you're going against your own biological imperative, which is paternity. It's what is it? It's not sunk cost. It's what is it? The cost benefit kind of thing, right? It's opportunity cost is what it is. That's really what it boils down to. Paternity, like men's need for ascertaining certainty of paternity, is all about opportunity cost. Because if I am uh, putting off my innate mating strategy, which is unlimited access to unlimited sexuality, then what I'm doing by forsaking all others is I am giving up all of that opportunity, the opportunity cost, to say, okay, I'm going to do all this stuff, but the kid has to be mine. Well, if the kid already isn't mine, it's pretty much a given. And that's why men have that sort of, at the very least, have an innate hesitancy or an innate revulsion. So should you ever hook up with single mothers, what are you doing? Do you have a vasectomy and you want to bang a single mother? Okay, fine, but don't catch feelings. Don't get emotionally involved in that, because it is, again, opportunity cost. Plus size women. Do I need to tell you? Do I need to answer that part, Warrior Race? Because I mean, if you like fat women, that's on you, brother, not me. I don't like fat women. I like thinner, athletic women. People say, would you like what kind of, like, what's your type? I like, sorry, Torsha, I like chicks who are blonde with big tits. I'm sorry, I like the stereotypical penthouse pets. Always have, always will. Blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, that kind of thing. Just maybe that's just me. If I have a preference. However, I have been with women who are black. I've been with women who are, I've been with, one of the best sexual experiences of my life was with a Vietnamese girl. Yeah, I was, boy. Ask me about that. I'm not going to make that public here, but ask me about that if you ever see me in person sometime. I'll tell you that story too. Nate, yeah, I mean, I don't care one way or the other about. In fact, I like black women quite a bit, as long as they're in shape and they look good, right? I'm not no Cardi B is not a good looking black woman to me. Sorry, but there are some. Occasionally I'll see them on Fresh and Fit. I don't have a problem with hell, man. I'm all about variety. Don't get me wrong, but if I have a type, that's my type.